Alright, welcome to round 3 of our competitive league here with Blue White Flash. We are 1-1 so far against the red black aggro deck. Hopefully we get to play something a little bit different. Um, this hand is okay but unexciting. I'm slightly inclined to mulligan, just because we need to draw lands, and if our copter dies, that's really bad. Yeah, I think I'm gonna mulligan this hand. I understand people wanting to keep this hand on the draw. This hand can go like do nothing like a lot of times, and I think this deck wants to play a tempo roll more often than not, or at least that's how you'll get more of your wins. So I think I will mulligan. Oh, this hand's much better. Avacyn is fine. Okay. We'll keep that on top, even though we can't cast it quite yet. Oh my god, we are against the black-red deck again. Let's go through this one more time. They did not have a 1-drop, which is pretty nice. We'll inspect it up. Okay, I was making sure I started recording. I have a strong attention span like that. Alright. Come on, show us something different. He could also still be just a red black zombies deck. That's a possibility. We still don't know. Alright. Rumble with the inspector. Come on, don't have a creature. I understand that that's like extremely unlikely. Alright, still could be either deck. Okay, so he's the zombies deck, which is good good for the recording, but this matchup is very bad for us, so we are definitely in a pickle here. Luckily, we do have the best card in this matchup, which is Avacyn. Um, I'm gonna snare the copter just because it's like the most important card, and I can deck in stone later. This is very likely just getting through by the scrounger, but yeah, copter is so important. All right, it's not that it's necessarily super important; it's that it like makes the game so much harder. Like, those are basically the best thing our opponent could have had. We will snare here, obviously, because we don't want him to get the trigger. Oh, he didn't attack. Nice. Opponent's misclicking through the moto interface. It's the name of the game today. Okay, so he hugs, discards irrelevant cards. Oh, okay. Okay, alright, that's what we wanted. So the clues aren't particularly relevant to our opponent, and just not having scrappy scroungers or not having crypt breakers is like pretty good for us. The fact that we also got to play Copter here is like really great. Um, if we hadn't drawn Copter, we had drawn like a land or another slightly more expensive spell. It would have been a much more interesting turn, probably, because I think it's really close on what you decide to do there. Because Gideon's likely not dying that turn. I'll just go to 14, no problem. Crew up the I actually shouldn't have played the island there. Obviously, if we draw something like a prairie stream, we'd much rather play that than the plains. Um, so you have that, but you also have the fact that playing the plains lets us play Avison, which is what I was immediately thinking. I just kind of subconsciously did it because you definitely don't want to enter a combat step where you wish you had Avison, but you haven't played your land yet. So I think it's probably fine. I think the upside of having Avison is actually slightly better than the possibility of drawing a prairie stream. Or like a port town if we decide to play Gideon. But I think we're almost always playing Avison. Hello, sir. Play your magic card. Are you axing us? I'm super happy if you're axing us. Oh, you could be haunted today. Okay. That's like pretty interesting. I'm definitely just gonna Avison here. He goes to one card at hand. No amalgams in the bin. This. And now we obviously look like a genius for leaving up our Avison. Definitely attacking. Let's cut this island. Alright. So we're pretty happy with how that turned out. Obviously, blanking his fiery temper is great. We can block basically anything here, and it's fine. Yeah, both the cards in our hand are good. Nothing. This is definitely one of the ways we'd like this game to play out. Oh, sack to clue. I'm just always blocking this through too. I don't really see a reason not to. If I'm blocking anything, might as well block more damage. He doesn't even have a creature in the graveyard right now. And if he wants like temporary, I'm fine with that still. Yeah, temporary Avison, sure. Alright, Idiot, make a token. Let's go to Port Town. I'm fine with attacking there because currently my opponent's board can only take Gideon to 1, and in this matchup, really, your Gideon, like, as long as it's alive, it's fine. If my opponent has a fiery temper, whatever we did there wouldn't matter. What our opponent does here is actually really interesting. Because I think actually attacking with Haunted is definitely not what you should be doing. Yeah. Haunted Dead's one of the best blockers against my deck just because there's so much disincentive for you to put a Haunted in the graveyard. I mean, it gives him a discard outlet for free. It would let him maybe use Scrappy the Scrounger if he wanted. So I am less certain of why my opponent. Okay, so he can still bring back Scrounger. All right. Vector Mage is interesting. Pay no attention to like the clown car going outside my window. If you could hear that, that was really weird. It's like 7:40 on a Thursday. I do not know why someone is like attempting to be a one-man circus outside my bedroom. That's real weird. Okay, so let's go through the lines. I can make a knight, animate copter, attack with these 3. He likely cruise copter. I snare it. Then takes a bunch. If I plus Gideon, I think plusing Gideon is like slightly worse because there's a high chance he just dies next turn anyway, and he's just gonna. My opponent's just gonna block with Neodate likely. Yeah, so I think I zero Yeah, I think it's 0. Obviously very hoping to draw an untapped land here. Urban Inspector's pretty good. Put this card up. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'll actually now discard Reflector Mage. No, that's actually not true. No, I'm definitely gonna discard Caller. Because I'm almost certainly gonna have to snare this Copter. So that's gonna tie my mana. So I might as well have Reflector Mage, which is a slightly better proactive play. The other thing that's great about this Inspector is it makes my opponent have to put at least one more creature, if not two, to attack Gideon if they want to kill it, which is actually like a pretty decent sized commitment at this stage in the game. Right. He also didn't bring back Scrounger. That's also insane. Oh no, wait, he didn't have. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I just. Oh yeah, because I kind of assumed he would sack Neonate and then bring back Scrounger, but maybe he has Voldaran Pariah. Is kind of the only thing I can expect now. But I mean, if he pariahs me, he still dies, right? No, no. If he attacks with all, I chump. Gideon still dies, and then he doesn't quite die. Oh no, he does die because I Reflector Mage a Pariah, and then I attack with Night Token and Smoke Sculptor. Yeah, so Pariah does still kill him. Yeah, like his board would be way more scary if he had a 3/2 instead of a Neonate. Yeah, this card must just be good. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so there's the Pariah. So does that kill him? I think that kills him. Okay, yeah, that definitely kills him. So I sacrificed Thraben, Night Token, Reflector Mage, crew using the Mage. Yeah, right. Okay. So, reasonably boss. So, things I like Linvala, I like Gisellas, I like actually, I don't like Void Shatter. I think the double blues actually are, slightly difficult. I like Key. I like Deck and Stone. I like Blessed Alliance. Or, sorry, no, Blessed Alliance. Deck and Stone. Blessed Alliance is pretty bad because they have a bunch of random bad creatures. You can play Fragmentize as well, if that's your speed. Things I don't like are Selfless Spirits, just because they have a million to 1 on Spirit tokens they can make. Gideons are okay, but I like shooting a couple. And also, I like shooting a spell queller just because, again, this card's like, they're not actually casting that many spells, and it's just like a 2/3 flash flying, which is fine, but unexciting. I could actually play Immolating Glare. Glare kills Pariah and Copter are the only things I'm worried about. I don't really like it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Spellcaller is also the best thing for Spellcaller is also if you can Spellcaller a Cathartic Reading, it's great. But I don't know if they actually keep it in against us. Thalia is one of the better cards in this matchup. I'm actually gonna keep this. Deck and Stone's very good. Thalia is very good. Obviously, drew on multiple sideboard cards. So copter, oh, he didn't have a copter, that's great. We do have a copter, also great. Probably had a very slow start, this is nice for us. Weaver of Lightning. That's an interesting card. I don't actually know why. Like, I understand it blocks copter, but I mean, that's like not the important part of copter. The 3 damage is like whatever. Alright. Transgress. I expect him to take Thalia here. Well, I could also see him taking Edison. Edison, like I said, it's one of the strongest cards in the matchup. Both because of its ability to crash in the air for reasonable damage, while remaining a strong blocker, but also just because the flip is so insane. It's one of the bad things about boarding out a Selfless Spirit, but I think the card is just like not good enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna crew up this copter. Grasp. Oh, sure, that's fine. Discards. Okay, discards Haunted Dead. All right, so we'll just play this. Play key. What do you have? Weaver Lightning is back. I'm going to key and I'm going to discard Lanvala because I actually don't think it's going to be the very important this game. I'm just going to play copter. We will pay for the key. Alright. Port down, reveal the planes. I'm going to crew up the copter. Keep the copter. Let's cut the planes. Sure. Then I am actually going to go just deck and stone this Weaver. There's a good enough blocker, and I think we get a reasonable amount of value out of it. Sure. The fact that my opponent's doing that right now is like pretty good for us. Interesting, my opponent didn't even try and bring back the Haunted Dead. Wow. What does my opponent have in hand that bringing back Haunted Dead's not good? Alright, I'm gonna sack this clue. If I draw a land, okay, interesting. Yeah, I think I'm actually just gonna untap then. Oh, we had 6. I had miscounted my lands, so I shouldn't have played the planes. So I can understand if you're menacing Pariah. Sure. Okay, and he gets an amalgam. I am going to snare the Pariah. Yep. Okay, I mean that was basically that explains his lines. I mean, this is somewhat awkward. We're going to play an Addison, it's going to die. They're going to have a Pariah. Just like do a bunch of stuff. Yeah, Pariah is definitely the best card they have in this matchup. I'm gonna actually just activate key here. Yeah, multiple Pariahs is so hard to beat. Alright, so I'm just gonna do the same thing again. Hopefully they don't have another Pariah or another removal spell. Seems pretty unlikely. Again, this is just like the matchup. This matchup is very hard. Pariah just crushes this deck. Oh, he has multiple Pariahs. Yeah, that's a very good. Yeah, that actually just kills us. There's no point in continuing. Alright, so so we're on play now. Still like social elves are great against Pariah. Still unsure for Blade Shatters. Still it's a good filtering essence. I think I just want to keep it as is. Yeah. I could cut like a Spell Queller for another Gideon. I'm like kind of okay with that. Slightly better on the play. Sure, we'll try that. Obviously Mulligan. This hand is unexciting but fine. I'll keep Scry bottom. Alright, Plains is a pretty good draw. So whether or not they play Thalia or Reflector Rain will kind of depend on what they play. If I play something like Scrapheap Scoundrel, I'm obviously going to Reflector Mage it. They leave mana. It's still tempting to just Reflector Mage because I feel like my creature's going to die. There's something to be said for just having a 2/3 in play. Alright. Alright, I'm definitely Reflector Mage. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to Mage. So the one thing is our opponents are very likely to discard the strategy rebounds to Neonate or to other discard effects, but there's not really anything we can do about that. Sure, Transguess, they'll likely take Thalia, I think. Although they could take Avacyn, depends on how much removal their hand has. So this Transguess will tell us something. So if they have, especially like them leaving one mana up, I'm slightly more inclined to believe they have at least one Lightning Axe. I'll err on the side of they have Lightning Axe plus one removal spell that can kill Avacyn if they leave us with Avacyn, and if they leave us with Thalia, or if they leave us with Thalia, I will likely just assume the single Lightning Axe. Or they could have Fiery Timber, Lightning Axe and or Fiery Timber. Okay, so they took that, which is interesting. So it means depending on what we draw, we might be actually slightly better positioned than we might think. All right, I'm gonna attack first. I am going to Reflector Mage here. There's no reason to like give my opponent a free mana slot into Pariah. So do this now. Let's pressure a little bit more. Yeah, I assume they're just gonna sack it, but if they don't, I mean that's also fine. Sure. This card's hunted, sure. Alright. So unfortunately we are playing face up because they knew the rest of our hand, but I mean we just have to hope it's good enough. Somewhat unfortunate because we want to draw lands, but we also, yeah, I'm pretty sure they just had removal for Avison. God, this matchup's so hard. Interesting draw. I'm definitely just going to attack. They might have a lightning X, if so, like, I mean, they have to kill Gisela, basically. That's not true, they don't have to, but I feel like they almost certainly will if they have lightning X. Fortunately, Gisela does die to Fiery Temper, which is a little bit awkward. Sure. Like, yeah. Again, best possible draw for our opponent there. Is Scoundrel to one creature. Weaver Lightning. I'm still not certain why he has these Weaver Lightnings in his deck. Again, it's like super important we're playing with her hand face up. Like, have to Avison here, because even if he has Pariah, I don't think there's anything he can, like... Yeah, like, that's just gonna happen regardless. Okay, my deck... Deck you. Drawing lands, obviously, one of the worst draws we could have done. Our opponent played poorly and didn't sack the clue. I'm pretty sure F6 there. But may or may not matter. We obviously would take this one in the air. We should not be F6 here. That is the hard cast Haunted Dead. Our Reparation, also worst possible draw, basically, and then it's line. We're going to take two. We're going to take three. So he died at any instant or sorcery, is my understanding of the game tonight. Again, I'm not certain this Weaver Lightning is worth the slot. He has dealt like, he is. Oh wait, this only hits creatures. Yeah, definitely this card isn't worth the slot. I mean, yeah, if you have, I mean, yeah, Pariah will make all your creatures look good, no matter how bad they are. Yeah. Okay, this deck is very hard. This matchup's almost impossible. Yeah. I have no idea what to do in this matchup. If people have ideas, I think it's really, it's easily your worst matchup by far. All right, we will see you in round 4.